Listen, this thing always want to mute me for no apparent reason. Okay, as you all know, I have the great mute fight with the button, just being it, just having a go. But ladies and gentlemen, I said, welcome to Seeing Stars. We're live for once, hallelujah. But sad boo because this is our last episode, ladies and gentlemen. But me and Jay News, we got a special announcement, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, because I don't have to come off the top rope on you. How you doing, good brother J News?
I am doing okay. Getting some things done and buttoned up, as they say, with some creative endeavors and stuff like that. Trying to make it easier for folks to find me and all that jazz. Uh,
Yes, J News
so
has made it so much easier to find him, ladies and gentlemen. Matter of fact, let me go. Let me go to J News. His link tree, because we're live, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Here you go. Also, we're gonna have a QR code because Dolores likes to be extra. Okay, it ain't
yeah,
just
I was gonna pull that up for myself as well because they gave me the ability to do that too. So
yeah.
uh,
And then I'm gonna put my channel, which I don't never have handy. Oh, if you heard that, that was just me in the background. Don't know how to mute like I'm a child. My link tree. Let me click on it. I made sure I had J News pulled up. I was like, I gotta get J News ready. Me, I don't do stuff correctly. And I'm gonna put that in the chat too. Okay. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you catch the replay, we will be putting the QR codes up. So you will, see the link in the chat, but you also will get
hmm.
to see us on our QR code because I had to hurry up, heavy, 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 and get J News's QR code together because I was like, yo, I don't know. I'm doing this together. But I got it. I got it, y'all. I got it. I got it.
Oh
Um,
shoot! I did
what
this
happened?
backwards.
What you do backwards?
Was trying to sign into something and I did it a way I wasn't supposed to.
Bad,
So,
J News, bad.
yeah.
Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, Workhouse
So
Wrestling
there's
Network
a
is still gonna be going. We still gonna be
so
going.
so
Matter of fact,
because we're live, as a matter of fact. So as of right now, at this immediate moment, I was trying to pull up my my QR code for my link tree and all that jazz, and I finally found it, and I have the ability to customize it, right?
yeah,
So I'm here because I have my fantastic graphic designer, my homegirl Jean. She hooked me up with all these different things. And I'm here like, what is all this shit? And then I'm paying attention to everything that she hooked me up with, and I'm like, damn, she really went the extra mile with everything that that I needed. Right, so she gave me like an entire color palette guide. She gave me a font guide. Like she gave me everything. And I'm here like, all right, let me just make sure everything matches and I'm not like missing anything or whatever. So like as I'm doing this stuff, I'm here like, all right, let's see what the color is like. All right, so this is cool. Uh, I can add my own. There it is. So now I'm in this uh,
J News is
spot
in
where
his
yeah,
graphics
I'm
bag.
I'm just the graphics thing is probably one of the hardest things, not hardest things to do, but like it's probably one of the things where if you're new into the space of like being a creator and taking off on your own and trying to do everything on your own, just understand and know one thing: sometimes you're not going to be able to do it by yourself. You're just not. You're going to need the help, which is part of the reason as to why I always tell people or say to people or let people know that I have so much love for Dolores. Because Dolores has always been there to like help guide, and she's doing that with her YouTube channel as well. So she's giving people out that advice to folks as well. So in combination with what all the help that Dolores has been able to provide for me, and then people that I've worked with as well. Like I was talking about my friend Jean. I've known my friend Jean since junior high school, and she's a terrific graphic designer. And she hooked me up with all this stuff or whatever. And one thing specifically that I have to, and I shall say this to everybody out there: if you are working with people, if you're collaborating with people, do not think this shit is free. All right?
Yes,
that's
hallelujah.
legit.
Hallelujah.
This shit is not free. Okay, it is not free. My friend Jean and Dolores as well. They have their own payment structure for the things they do. If this is what they charge, there's a reason why they charge it. Don't haggle. Don't fucking negotiate. Don't do none of that. If you're not prepared to do that, be self-aware enough to walk away from the situation if you can't afford it. Now, if these people are people who you care about and they care about you and they want to see you succeed, work something out, but it ain't the homie discount. It ain't for the free 99. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody's got to be able to understand what their value is in these things, and just know that. So, without all that being said, I'm just finishing up the extra touches on everything that I have going on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, while J News finish up, your girl likes to do too much, and I realize we have a special spotlight today because I got to pick it. But I know it's for me and J News at the end. But I wanted to show a video where all our spotlights were shown because your girl, she saved it up. So, without further ado, we put the for you. Okay?
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your f***ing cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Anything negative, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. I thought you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase it? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up shit, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise.
You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 Just tell me that
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your f***ing cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Anything negative, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase it? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 Ooh.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this week you are the spotlight of this week. Okay, we appreciate you showing up on the replays and the lives, and we thank you for your support. So we really appreciate you.
I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can never doubt, know what I'm about. Have your cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round. I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show.
Again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your support. Oh, wait a minute. Me and J News, we're going to get in the box. We're going to get out of the box in a minute, but we're going to stay in the box right now. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, for those who are late, that was our spotlights for the whole time we've been here at Workhorse Wrestling Network. But now we got to get into the last little bit of the things that we covered last week. And I just want to say, I'm going to try to bleep myself. I thought I was sick of JBL. And he showed up in GCW.
You know, it was the weekend in pro wrestling was an interesting one.
It's crazy.
It was one of a lot of surprises. It was one of a lot of just not knowing what to say when seeing certain things, and Dolores brought up an excellent tidbit that transpired during the weekend of seeing none other than John Bradshaw Layfield, aka JBL, step into a GCW ring and exercise a clothesline from hell onto one of GCW's mainstays. And he exercised that clothesline from hell and he walked out. He didn't really have much.
Looking like the Undertaker, he clotheslined him, and that hurt me.
So it was interesting to see that.
I don't even want to talk about it. It hurt me so bad. Then Matt Warner came out and was like, me and Matt Cardona and Jimmy Lloyd and my wife, Steph DeLanda, and the new member of the group, JBL, who invested in me and took me in. And I was like, oh, Lord. We don't have to do this to them. We don't have to do this to them. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the review. And guess what? J News ain't picking up no heavy lifting today. Okay?
Not today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had Wrestling Revolver's Taste of Truth. On the 24th, ladies and gentlemen, these two Wrestling Revolver events were on the same day. So these people working hard. We had Mike Bailey defeat Josh Alexander. Marina Shafir defeated Damian Chambers. We had a tag team match where Trey Miguel was the referee. The brothers of Funstruction, Rufio the Clown, and Yabo the Clown, with Violent J in their corner, defeated Bangin' Matthews of August Matthews and Debbie Bang. The PWR remix title, Lawrence Dorado, is your new champion by defeating Gringo Loco. He said, I'm going to fly, I'm going to take the championship. That's what I'm going to do today. Red, Alex Colon, Dark Pledge, Steve Macklin defeated Atticus Cougar, Crash Jackson, and Casey Jacobs. For the not JC. Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You know this thing want to get in the way. American title 6-way scramble match. Caleb Conley defeated, I can never say his name right.
It should be Facade.
Yeah, but somehow it's, depending on who's pronouncing it that day, it don't sound right. Jeffrey John, Rob Motter, and Simon Gotch. Matt Riddle defeated Myron Reed. I want better for Myron Reed at this point. Myron, every time I see you, you're getting your butt kicked and it hurts my feelings. It hurts me. It hurt me to see you lose to Matt Riddle worse than it hurt me to see Swerve lose the Brian Danielson. Sorry. It hurt me bad. Okay. If y'all go back about the show from yesterday, you could almost see, you couldn't even see me, but you could just hear my voice cracking in the background. Revolver also, because if you didn't look, me and me and Anika, we the plus size baddies on the team, and we got our get down with the get down. I don't know if you know J News. I'm gonna pop this out for a second. But I found out through trying to look for some music for my channel that that there is a download that is from YouTube. YouTube gives it to us. It's not something I was looking for. That the music, at first I was like, am I tripping? But it sounds like MJF. And then as MJF came out, me and Anika danced to it because we were like, oh, it really does sound like MJF. Because I kept telling her, I was like, it's in the hip hop section. And she was just like, no, that can't be. MJF is in the hip hop section, Dolores. And I was like, no, I'm telling you, they said this song is in this is MJF's song. Like, and then once we started playing it, we played it to the point where we just danced, and then we asked people, which tomorrow you're gonna see us complete. If we could get to 190 subscribers, we would dance again. Because we had danced to Swerve, we danced to this song, and then so tomorrow we're gonna be dancing to MJF. I'm just gonna give you a little taste, okay? Hold on, I think it's on low. Yeah, a little taste, There you go. And the beat drop, and it's just like, oh wait a minute, you keep this song. We played the whole song as MJF came out, and we just had a good time. Shout out to YouTube for putting it up there, because some songs, listen, I find a lot of songs that I like mainstream, but they got the ghetto bootleg version that is very well. They are exact, they are mailed. I'd be able to like, you sure this ain't the original? But so because now I went to bed after all in, woke up. We're at 192 subscribers. So now me and Anika will shake it like a salt shaker. You know, because we heavy chested and you got a wide load. All on tomorrow, okay? That's something to tune in for.
Folks, you've heard it here first directly from Dolores. Her and the lovely Anika. Anika, I miss you. It's been a while. She says she's going to shake it like a salt shaker. I'm not too sure if a lot of you are privy or aware of that reference. But I would like you to research.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen,
as to what that is.
Wait a minute. This is how you know you shaking like a salt shaker. With your head, just top of your head, just show all of that. That's all this is. That's all you got to do. Hold the knees, let it go, let that thing shake. Okay, that's all you got to do. You know, I might be giving y'all too much game out there.
So yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Revolver 4-way elimination match. Ace Austin kept his championship by defeating Jake Something and Robbie Eagles. Bare boards and bull rope death match. Jake Chris defeated Matthew Palmer. I wasn't shocked by that. Then on the 24th, we had Wrestling Revolver's Fight Club. It's time to fight. No ropes. These were all the matches. No ropes, cage combat matches. Mike Bailey defeated Matt Makowski by a referee's decision. Matt Riddle defeated Damian Chambers by a referee decision. Victor Benjamin defeated Fulton by referee decision. I just want to say it was problematic season this past week. If you got a problem or you had a problem or you're a problematic person, you seem to got a lot of shine this week. I just want to say it's one person because the podcast I already know. I think I'm gonna have to, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna say already. It might have to be quite like a quiet night tonight. And I'm gonna record and I'm gonna curse my behind off and then I'm gonna go back and edit it and bleep it. Because my clown of the week tomorrow, I'm just gonna tell you. F that man, the label, the crew, F his family, F everybody else, okay? I just wanna say he took it too far. Okay? He took it too far. Claiming he gonna body slam a person. They knew who I'm talking about.
Wait, what? I'm a little lost.
Okay.
What's going on?
Let me just go ahead and say it. That red and yellow man, first of all, I had a rally thing at the bar. A woman got hit in the head with a can of his liquor. Say it wasn't him, but he was out there throwing it out there. Said claim allegedly it was one of his people. But then he threatened to body slam the vice president of the United States and asked people should he body slam him.
I see. I know where you're coming from. I understand where this is coming from. I had to put the put the dots together. There's a lot of the time.
And he was already clown of the week for the shirt ripping. I already gave him that. I was going to initially go with Ronda Rousey because it took her long enough to figure out.
Nah, but at the end of the day, better late.
I think I could have a circus.
Right, better late than never. Ronda did the right thing.
And so I said, you know what? I wasn't going to get her clown of the week, but I'm not. And then homeboy stepped us in the plate and said, please give it to me.
Sure. Listen,
I have to give it to him, and I have to give it because it's his second time around. You know, like we live in a melanated household. You know, when you get in trouble once, you might get by with it. Twice, you definitely gonna get a butt whooping for it. Okay.
So for all intents and purposes, folks, I want you to understand that the messaging that was put out there during my childhood was always about making sure you said your prayers, you took your vitamins, and you believed in yourself. And that message, I don't think, should go unheard, or should not be that message should not be stripped away.
I just want to say
from our childhood, but the person who was voicing this message,
he obviously didn't take his vitamins or his prayers because he lost all his hair and it ain't never come back. Okay, he prayed for that hair. I know he did. This thing crop circle, he tried to keep it, and it just disappeared. Okay.
Yeah, it's tough, to see people. I guess the term or the phrase to use would be, show their true colors, or, I think his excuse.
When you think about it, who was the first person to ever lie to you as a wrestler?
Wow. I mean, they all did, really. You know what I'm saying? They all did, really.
I would think he would be
K-Fade, brother. K-Fade.
He was the first person. Mark Merrow definitely was.
Yeah, you have your own.
He lied to me about face. That hurt me worse. But Terry from Florida he up there. He is at the top right now.
I think $1
Million Man really didn't have no millions.
Well, that's not necessary. At that time, he didn't. He does now.
He does now. What else? I thought Virgil somehow as a kid had a shot of doing something that he never had a shot of doing. He was just a good old pygmy boy. And I did not realize that as a kid. Somebody should have told me that man ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing.
R.I.P. Virgil, man. R.I.P. Virgil.
Also, I thought Sid was R.I.P. Sid. I thought he was I thought he was gonna come out there and kill it. But he disappointed me every time. And listen, I just want to say, I know Nash put a statement out there, but when I saw Nash put a statement out there, I just want to say, you did that man dirty. Coming out on WCW every week playing that video where he broke his leg
Yeah,
over
that was
and
not
over.
cool.
And he,
Nah.
every week it was like a zoomed in version. And he was like, snap. And I was like, oh my God. And then every time you thought you could move your hands, it was playing over again. I was like, you did that man dirty. That man was at home embarrassed. He was like, look how I turned around. Look how he snapped. He knew he shouldn't have jumped on the top rope. I'm like, you roasted that man every week till he came back. Worse and worse and worse and worse. That man probably was at home like, I should never go back there again. Never. Because they did me dirty. I know y'all say y'all were friends, but that sounds like they came from a place of hate. They really did. You got to hate somebody to do that to them repeatedly. I got to say a storyline once, maybe twice when they come back, but you did that every week, every single week, 4 or 5 times in the whole episode. You did that.
It was a bad look. But yeah, man, R.I.P. to the psycho one, to the vicious one, to the one who was out there trying to brandish his own brand of justice. Big Sid Beauty.
You know, another lie that as we were kids, we thought that the McMahons were tight. They weren't.
Yeah, yeah.
They were a family, and they wasn't. The moment I realized, okay, and the moment I thought I separated, for any kids watching, separating Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus from the dentist, Tooth Fairy from the dentist, is when he set up his daughter to get kidnapped.
Yeah.
I was like, at that point, I realized something got to be wrong in this situation. Because I understand storylines and I understand telenovelas and General Hospital and stuff, but we don't even go that far there. How do we get to this point?
It was a strange time. It was definitely a strange time in professional wrestling.
I got a list of people, if you all want to know. That Terry Man, he out of here. The Undertaker, he borderline. Kane, definitely out of here. Nick Nemeth, over the border. JBL, get out of here. Who else? Was that Falcosaurus, man? I don't even care. I can't stand him at all.
Oh, Brodus Clay, yeah.
Man, I don't even try to remember his name. He that bad to me. Who else? Linda McMahon, out of here. BK, up out of here too. Brock Lesnar, get you out of here. Randy, you redeeming yourself because you used to be out of here too. We know some of the stuff you did. We know, but you redeeming yourself. You're on a redemption tour, and I'm letting you fly. Okay, one slip up, you out of here too. Okay, Patron, out of here.
I think he's my biggest caveat.
And you know who I thought I would have not put in there through all the stuff? I was like semi-borderline, not going to put him out of there. But lately, he has shown me why I should put him out of there. The Velveteen Dream. This man gets online in underwear.
Oh, Patrick. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Patrick gets online with his underwear and get dressed. And at that point, I was like, you're doing too much.
I don't, I'm very out of sight of the mind with a lot of what's happened with
Patrick
him.
tried to do an apology to her, but because of melanin, it didn't work.
Yeah. So, I at one time I was going to bat for him, trying to, in circles where I was like, he needs to be given a second chance. I think everything that happened was misconstrued. But
I tried the same thing, and then now I realize I should have kept my mouth shut, especially after he did the interview, and I don't understand getting mad and feeling like I'm mad, I need to get revenge on somebody. Mm-hmm. But he got mad and told all his dirt and EC3 dirt all at one time.
Yeah, that was a bit much. I remember the interview with Chris Van Vliet.
Matt Riddle, you can get out of here too. Because you admitted You know, the man's like, he's like, I didn't pay the drugs. And the man's like, oh, so you were smoking? He was like, no, I wasn't even smoking during that time. It was white stuff. I was like, whoa, okay, that's what we doing? Okay. But then you do that by yourself. Okay. Stay over there. You know, it was bad enough you left your family for uh, a fan star and then knocked her up. You know you ain't supposed to knock up the fan star. You ain't supposed to knock up the side chick. That ain't how it's supposed to go. So you supposed to let the side be the same. Like it's like mixing your coleslaw, macaroni and cheese and greens all together. You ain't supposed to do that. That's the thing. Ew. The big sides. They're supposed to stay on the side of the plate. You don't bring them in the middle of the plate and mix them together. Yeah.
Jesus. Anyways.
Jane knows what I'm talking. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You ain't supposed to break that stuff in the middle and just mix it all together. You supposed to keep it separate.
I hear you. I hear you.
Hoochie Daddy Life 101 by Deluxe. Okay. We had Victor Benjamin defeating Fulton. We had JD Griffey defeat Matt. I never pronounced his name right. No. We had Steve Macklin defeated Atticus Cougar. Larissa Dorado defeated Robert Martyr. We had Jake Something defeat Brandon Lee by referee decision. Marina Shafir defeated Bert Vixen. Good match by referee's decision. And Josh Alexander defeat Simon Gotch by referee's decision. Ladies and gentlemen, I was on to GCW. Save me! On the 18th. One Kyle Manders defeated Broski Jimmy. Died. Listen, Broski Jimmy, you got with Matt Cardona and that crew. You've been losing ever since then, my boy. I don't know what kind of help you thought you were getting, but it ain't it. Gino Rivera defeated JKM. Blake Christian defeated Marcus Mathers. Effie defeated Ocean Avery. Gringo Loco defeated Jack Cartwell. Joey Janela defeated Tombstone Jesus. In J News Circles of the World, Tombstone Jesus. Okay. JCW title match. Masha Slamovich, the champion, defeated Starboy Charlie in an 8-man tag team match. CJ Frost, Mike Burke, Princess Deathwish. These names are getting out of control. And William Cutting. I said to cut it. Defeated Dan the Man, Theodore Tox, Jonathan Monroe, and Terry Matthews. For the GCW World title, Mance Warner defeated Manny Lemons. Then on 19th, we had Up All Night. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, Up All Night was on YouTube. GCW is on Thriller. Griffin McCoy defeated Dustin Waller. JCW title match, Masha Slamovich defeated Broski Jimmy. Again, Broski Jimmy lost another match. Like, that was a shock. Sam Stackhouse defeated Mecca. I'm going to say this. This is my last episode, so I can't get in trouble. Shitheads. Ariel Van Gogh, Bam Sullivan, Charlie Tiger, Rob Shit, and Shane Mercier defeated Bob Squad, Bobby Flacco, Brendan Toole, Hunter Drake, Jay Lyon, and R1. Alex Price defeated Mr. Danger. Watch yourself. On the 24th, I also saw GCW Homecoming Part 1. Okay? We had Zilla Fatu defeating Matthew Justice. Sidney Akeem, Smoking that Bridgie, defeated Tony Deppen. Brandon Kirk and Casey Catal defeated Los Macisos, which is Cinco Pay and Mira Extremo. If you don't know, they've been having a little, they seem like they might break up. Because about a few weeks ago, they shoved each other.
They planting seeds.
Death match. We had Big Ass and Joe. Okay? He defeated John Wayne Murdoch. In a non-title match, Masha Slamovich defeated Galeno Del Mal. I could have told you that once I saw Galeno Del Mal. One called Manders and Thrissy. Let me tell you again. Thrissy that was Dark Sheik and Effie. Defeated Raj Deshi and the Bollywood Boys, Gurv and Har.
Har Sira. Yeah.
I didn't want to mess that up. My mom was like, no,
It's
don't
all
do
good.
that. I saw this match. Very funny. Ultra Madness tried to put a hex on Danhausen. He had him in a little zombie mode, but Danhausen reversed it. And Danhausen ended up being the winner, defeated Ultra Madness Black. And I can tell you, Ultra Madness Black is not black. Okay. Megan Bain defeated Jordan Grace, Sawyer Rick, and Vipress in a good match. It was
So I want to say this because it stuck out to me during the weekend, and a lot of the time I don't watch many of these matches, but on the 23rd, I believe Jordan Grace worked an indie, and she went one-on-one with Megan Bain, and then on the 24th, this multi-person match happened, right, where Megan Bain won this match against Jordan Grace and Sawyer Rick and Vipress. Jordan Grace is doing a sort of an open challenge for her Knockouts Championship. I'm wondering if Megan Bain will be making an appearance on TNA.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I think that would be too. We had a death match with Drew Parker defeating Brandon Kirk. Brandon Kirk. Every time I see him, I want to just bust out into laughing. Like I know you're gonna lose, but how you gonna lose? Alex Price defeated Dustin Waller, Fuego del Sol, Griffin McCoy, Jack Cartwell, and Mr. Danger. The man right here. Okay, look at Alex. Sing it. Been so long.
I'm not sure you should be singing that song, Dolores. You do know that the man was canceled and everything.
They let him back in the door. It's okay. They let Trey Songz back in too.
I mean, allegedly.
They let a lot of people back in. The baby, allegedly. They let everybody in. GCW World Title 4-way ladder match. Mass Water defeated Blake Christian, Joey Janela, and Matt Cardona. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. He defeated all of them. And this is the point where he says that there's no more 2-belt BS. I'm just going to go ahead and say this last episode. No 2-belt bullshit anymore because he defeated Blake Christian and he is the GCW World Heavyweight Champion. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, Homecoming Part 2. Jack Cartwell defeated Griffin McCoy. In a shocker, Galeno Del Mar finally won against another loser, Tony Depp. Okay? Mike Bailey, Zella Fatu, go back and watch. I'm not going to say it's the greatest thing I've ever seen, but I enjoyed it. Fuego del Sol defeated Charles Mason with Pero and Richard Holiday in his corner. Richard Holiday, call me. I know you're going through it, man. I know you're going through it. You lost your girl. You stuck in GCW. I know you. You seen your girl on TV. You hearing her in the news. Her man fighting for her and stuff like that. I know. That hurt me. Okay? That hurt me. Ladies and gentlemen, hardcore match. John Wayne Murdoch defeated Alex Price. Also, speaking of being hurt, back on Richard Holiday, don't you ever notice when you have a public relationship that when they go private, they just delete each other pictures off stuff and just act like it never did happen? No, we saw that. I need some answers. Okay? You put it out there.
I stay out of that sort of stuff, Dolores. It's not mine.
That's why I'm the neighborhood roving reporter, because I saw that. Y'all were doing videos. Y'all was all in the video, all up in the movie screen. Y'all should have just tell me. Tell me.
Okay.
I
should. We got you. I should. Got you.
Tell me. You ain't gonna have nothing. Listen, Richard Holiday's my favorite quote ever in life. And I'm gonna take this down for a second. My favorite quote in life is you ain't gonna have nothing till you do right by me. Listen, that's what you need to tell her. I wish nothing worse on you, but you ain't gonna have nothing till you do right by me. That's what you should say. That's what you should say. Say it to anybody who got a problem, an ex, something. You ain't gonna have nothing till you do right by me. Okay? That's what you should say. If that somebody that did you wrong that'll mistreat you when you walk away. Matter of fact, it'll make it good if you driving away, like you in the taxi somewhere, you just reach out the window and just say, you ain't gonna have nothing till you do right by me, okay? Because I'm telling you, karma's a beat, they're gonna call you back. For the JCW title match, Masha Slamovich maintained her championship by defeating Megan Bain, setting up to what my good brother was talking about. GCW title death match. Violence is Forever, who's had this title forever. Dominic Gennari and Kevin Koo defeated Los Masitos Cinco Pay and Miro Extremo.
Not sure what happened with Dolores here, folks. Seems there it is.
Listen, me and the mute button, we fight each other all the time. Violence is Forever kept their championship by defeating Los Macisos, Cinco Pay, and Miro Extremo. Brandon Kirk and Hoodfoot defeated Matt Tremont defeated Bad Boy Killer Crew. I was saying, take that. Big F and Joe, Drew Parker, and Lou Nixon. One called Manders, Sawyer Rick, and Thursey. That's Dark Sheet and Effie. Defeated the Bob Squad. Bobby Flacco, Brandon Toon, Hunter Drake, and Mr. Danger. I'm the man right here, okay? Sing it. Listen, I can't help it. Joe and Janella. I also could have did. Mr. Danger, shake it fast. Watch yourself.
You know
what you're working with.
You know. Sometimes you gotta let people do what they're gonna want to do.
He did a tiny disc. I think at that point nobody cares anymore with him. He did
right, but he for all intents and purposes, he made some popular songs in the day, and a lot of people half the time didn't understand what he was saying. But shout out to former No Limit Soldier, Mystical. There you go.
Me and Anika called it I don't know what she called it, but I was like, you talking about the International Players Anthem? Listen, when I saw Bun B, I was like, I'll be a chooser, devil.
You wanted to ride around in the compressor too? I hear that. Yeah.
Listen, the M space URDER song. I can rap it from word to word. Listen, that's the hood. Ain't nothing but a hood chick. Listen, I was out there screaming to my UGK. Like I was just having a little moment yesterday. Okay?
It was cool to see him, right? But I said this yesterday because I went to a watch party, basically. Shout out to my main man, Johnny, a.k.a. Baby Seth. Shout out to Reiko and the homie Gavin and Johnny's lovely wife, Kat, for the invite yesterday. And I watched Bun B come out. Been a big fan of Bun B for years at the end of the day. And I said to Johnny, and I was like, yo, has any hip-hop performance, a live hip-hop performance, during a pay-per-view or an entrance ever come off good? Because I always feel like they never come off well at whatnot.
They don't. They don't.
They don't.
But listen, we all know the words. We in there. I enjoy the remix, but I just, because here I go. Listen, the song is not really a complete song because we just hear the same thing over and over. And I swear, when I drive,
Right. Because it's supposed to just be the hook. Wrestling entrance themes, to me, were never meant to be full on songs. Right? The hook.
No, they used to be that Run DMC song for Triple H. That was good. And Cody, okay, as a melanated person, I hate to say it, but it's in my playlist and I listen to it repeatedly. These are the Leo Rush songs are on my playlist.
But that's Leo. That's Leo.
I can sing it.
That's Leo being an artist. What I'm saying is, as someone who grew up watching professional wrestling, a lot of the time, the songs, for me at least, they weren't meant, or at least I never figured it or had the perspective of listening to wrestling themes as actual music. It was only for when the shows came on. You know,
it was the entertainment of it all. Because if you heard it long enough, you wanted to hear why they kept cutting it off at a certain point.
Yeah.
Like, was it Lil Kim that used to sing Stephanie's song?
Was it?
I can't remember. Who? Now I'm gonna have to look
because yesterday. So for all intents and purposes, right? Not to say not, and I misspoke at the end of the day. Most wrestling songs are actual songs, but at the end of the day, like for me in my head, speaking for myself, like it's like most like banger wrestling themes, you catch on to the catchy hook or the dope ass beat and stuff like that. So by majority, I've never learned a wrestling theme word for word. Outside of, I hate to admit it, outside of True American, like I never necessarily knew.
Oh, no.
Knew any other songs. And Enter the Sandman. But outside of that, I never necessarily knew any other wrestling things. But I do know. I did, like when chords would go off or certain bass notes would go off, I knew who was coming in. Like when, for example, and we'll finish up the.
She did not sing. She did not do Stephanie's entrance.
Okay.
She did Trish.
Dr. Rowe. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Look, listen. For me, I don't
think nobody was looking at listening to Trish song. They were too busy looking out.
I mean, that was that era at that point in time. But mind you, she more than made up for it with her in-ring ability, and she was actually really good on the mic too.
Yeah.
So, for all intents and purposes, me speaking for myself, I never necessarily sat down and like listened to. Even today, I don't listen to wrestling themes like that.
I do. I listen to them hardcore, and then I also love that. I don't forget his name. He used to work for the WWE. Who makes the themes?
Which one?
The young Christian black boy.
The kid who used to rap.
Yeah.
Josiah Williams.
Yeah. And I was so sad when they fired him because I'm like, he makes some banger music. That's who you need to hire.
He started doing a lot of freelance video work for a lot of the different independent wrestlers.
Yeah, he does a lot of different entrances too.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my God, I wish y'all could do it. But ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, wrong one. Joey Janela and Matt Hardy defeated Deathmatch Royalty of Broski Jimmy and Matt Cardona with Steph DeLander in the corner. That is Deathmatch Lords, Deathmatch Royalty, which is Broski Jimmy, Matt Cardona, Steph DeLander, JBL, and Mance Warner.
So I want to say one thing. For all intents and purposes, I'm going to give him credit. And I usually don't give the Broski credit, but I have to here. He's one of the hardest working men in all of independent wrestling. To come back from a pectoral tear after 4 months is super impressive.
You're talking about Matt Cardona?
Matt Cardona, yes. Matt Cardona, not Broski Jimmy. Matt Cardona, the original Broski.
Well, you know that Broski Jimmy trying to be like Matt. So I don't know, maybe y'all might mess up. I don't know.
So props to Matt Cardona for rehabbing as hard as he has and coming back the way that he did. Yeah, man. Just wanted to say that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for a preview. And I know you're like, dog, Deluxe, I thought you were leaving us. We are, okay? But the preview is something bigger. Okay? Me and Jay News last minute was like, we are more than wrestling. Okay? We are more than just indie people. We like everything. And for that, I told Jay News, we got to come up with something. And he said, you know what, Dolores? We're going to have to figure it out. So let's hit the ropes. And I was like, yeah, me and Jay News riding through your city, hitting the stops, talking about all different kinds of wrestling, not just indie. We're going to talk about wrestling, period, like we did today. We're going to talk about, little culture things. We might have some games on. It's going to be great, okay? Because, your good brother, Jay News, he is very, 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 very smart, okay? And your girl, she just got a little hood. So, and I say that, I say this. Hey, y'all, we out the box now. Oh, we get hitting the rope podcast. Here we go. Jay News, what you got to say?
Folks, it's been it's been quite the journey here on Seeing Stars. Shout out to the whole crew here at Workhorse Wrestling Network. But it's what's the saying? What's the phrase that they say? It's time. Yeah, it's time. I akin it to the first time I heard that phrase being used was in Big Van Vader's entrance music. It's time. It's time. It's Vader time.
Listen, he's coming down. Listen, let me tell you how nerdy I am. I loved him on Boy Meets World.
Yes, absolutely. Frankie Stachino's dad. He was the dad.
Yes, I was like, that's the dad I need. Okay. I told you about the
shout out RIP.
Was it last episode, or did I tell you, or was it Anika I told? It might have been Anika. 3 lovely black men were having a podcast. 2 of them are the owner of the podcast. One of them was a guest. And the black man proceeded to say, I remember as a kid playing ping pong with my dad. And the other 2 were like, and the man was like, yeah, do y'all know what ping pong is? Because they made a face. Mm-hmm. And one of the boys said, honestly, yeah, I know what ping pong is. And he was like, oh, okay. And he was like, no, it wasn't the word ping pong. It was the word daddy. I don't have one. My daddy died and his daddy went to jail. So we don't know about having time with our daddy. That's when we looked at you like that for. I said, they're really, and the man was he wanted to laugh, but he didn't want to be disrespectful.
Right.
He was like,
right.
He was like, and then afterward, after they kept talking, then he was like, oh, yeah. He was like, oh, so you was like, daddy, you mean like when I get to go visit him once a week? So like, listen, the laugh that I laughed as a child who grew up with no dad. I can't live because my dad died as a child. I thought that was hilarious because people, when they have conversations with you, they feel like they know, like you mean you on the same page. We are together. And then you look at them and you be like, no, I don't know what that is. Like when my dad took me to the park. Can't remember that.
Everyone's situation is unique and it's different, and not everybody has the same life experiences. So
that's the difference between me and Jay News. Jay News is very nice, very proper. His words are very immaculate. I jump off the deep end. I don't care. I don't care. My words. Listen, I try to censor them on my channel because we will mostly be doing this on my channel. There will be days that if your girl don't feel good, Jay News has control. He can do the podcast. He has access to the graphics. He has access to everything. But your girl do graphics a little early, so it's easy for him. But it will be Dolores and Jay News we're gonna be hitting the ropes of wrestling, talking not hot topics, but just the things are the things, because Jay News is well versed in things. I am a newbie to some things, but vet in other things. Listen, if it's the BS of the BS, the behind the scenes BS, I got you. Okay.
She's got you. Me, I pay less attention to that stuff just because at the end of the day, it's just not my bag, as I like to say. But
listen, today Jay News learned something from me. He learned that red and yellow man allegedly hit somebody with a can upside the head.
Right.
Tried to body slam the vice president of the United States of America.
I was not aware that anybody got hit with a can in his presence. I did hear about the body slam.
Oh yeah, he says he's trying to be Cody with the liquor.
I see. Well, he did. So to quote my brother T-Pain, he tried to blame it on the alcohol. So,
he tried to blame it on the assistance. That's what it was. But ladies and gentlemen, I can't quite tell you when the first episode might be. It might be that week. Might be next week. It'll be some week in the next few weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
But definitely, and this is not just gonna be a podcast that's strictly to YouTube. It will be everywhere. I mean everywhere. Okay. Because just like the Cookout podcast, which I still got to upload, I got 2 videos uploaded. I was like, I did a great job, and went to bed and didn't do nothing else. Okay, I still got a whole month and a half of podcast to do, but I'm gonna upload those. We also have something coming out tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, Workhouse Wrestling Network is growing. Me and Jay News are growing. We're growing apart and together at the same time.
I know.
Okay, it's like that deformed M&M that look like a heart. Separate. You know how like a heart is separate, but somehow it meets together at the end?
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
So that, because that's my good brother Jay News. Listen, I won't have to knock one of you into next week about Jay News, okay? Knock if you buck, that's me, okay? Yes, listen.
Yeah.
2 pieces and a biscuit, I got it served up for you. Listen, and I ain't talking about cooking, because if you don't know me, you know that ain't what I do, okay? But I serve you these hands every single day of the week. Serve you these hands.
Oh man!
Okay?
Listen.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be ending the podcast, but I'm still gonna go over things with you. Like, I'm still gonna let Jay News have his last solo moment to tell you about his channel, because baby, if you ain't on Jay News' channel, you're missing out. Not only Savannah, Ken, everybody, them, they, her, she, him, everybody. You need to go on over to Jay News. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't make me have to come and get you, okay?
So,
I'm serving these 2 pieces and biscuits up on a nice platter, fluffy. Because your eyes gonna be fluffy afterwards, okay?
So I always appreciate the solos. John L., your friendly neighborhood moviegoer. Tis I, John L. YFNMG. Dolores will be sharing my link tree. I will be doing the work to make sure that I get myself out there as well in the coming days and weeks. I wanted to take a slight sabbatical this month. I only watched 1 film in the theaters, just because I wanted to get a grip of my new work schedule and a new routine and everything else in between, and just get back to it in a better fashion. So come September, you'll be seeing a lot more uploads from me, be it movie reviews, trailer reviews. That is my QR code up there from my link tree, so check me out. I got all my socials. So that's that. It'll link you to my YouTube page. I'll be doing video content for the reviews and for movies and trailers and physical media. For those of you who are collectors of physical media, I will be doing that as well. So check me out come September. A lot more content coming from me in that regard. Obviously, check me and Dolores out on the Hit the Ropes podcast. That'll be starting up sooner. rather than later. So me and Dolores will be talking all things pro wrestling. So check us out there. And you can also catch me on True Heel Heat, which is where everybody originally knew me from, as J News. So yeah, catch me there with SP3 and my tag partner Sanal and other guests that we have from time to time. I mainly do New Japan Pro Wrestling reviews, previews, and prediction type stuff, or whatever, and breakdowns with SP3 and Sanal. So check us out on True Heel Heat there as well. So yeah, man, I got a lot of things going on and in different spaces and whatnot. So you can always check me out on across the socials, Instagram, Twitter, X, Threads, and stuff like that. So yeah, appreciate y'all for always supporting me. Capture that QR code right there. It'll get you to my link tree, and you can contact me on there and reach out and know where I'm at.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you go to J News's page on YouTube, you can type in JOHNELYFNMG.
As you see it there.
It will take you to his page. His link tree will be there too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, because I am me, I get to step out of the box for once. I've enjoyed my time with Seeing Stars. If you all don't know, before J News came along, we were doing Seeing Stars with Sammy and ALW. Wonderful, wonderful men. I totally enjoyed my time with them. I very much appreciate Workhorse Wrestling Network. Y'all ain't getting rid of me or J News that quick, okay? We'll be back from time to time to do breakdowns of different indie shows that are very important. I also will be here. I'm still doing my Clowns of the Week. I will be running tomorrow's show, which is a special cookout episode of Name That Superstar with the only, the one, the greatest Professor Chris. And he will be facing off against, I think, Anika and Sammy to see who will be the Workhorse Wrestling Network Name That Superstar champion. And ladies and gentlemen, right now, Professor Chris is the Name That Superstar champion. So he's defending his title. Okay? I also will be setting up, filling in from time to time. So I'm not just disappearing. I just got a little stuff to do. Now, on that note, I will tell you, scan that QR code, because if you type in Dolores01 in YouTube, or even go to Google and do hashtag Dolores01, you will catch me, Dolores, on YouTube. I am just a pink girl in my pink world here on YouTube, doing sports, doing wrestling, doing any and everything, teaching you how to do Canva, teaching you about StreamYard, helping you to improve your business. That's me, Dolores, okay? Because I think I do a good job handling the social media over here at Workhorse Wrestling Network. We are killing it, and I appreciate the 192 subscribers we have right now. Hopefully, for those who are watching this after this, we can make it to 194, 195, okay? Then I really can shake it like a salt shaker tomorrow, okay? So, with that being said, I'm going back to my corner because now I got to do the things of the things, even though this is my last time. Jesus. Oh, Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, you are here with us.
Before you start, I wanted to take the time out, shout out, and appreciate everybody at the Workhorse Wrestling Network team. Dolores, Anika, Big Mama CM. That's right. She out here doing motherly things now. Shout out to ALW, Sammy, the team, man. I appreciate you guys having me on for all the time that you did and inviting me on. I'll be chiming in from time to time for bigger events when it comes to like New Japan stuff and Stardom stuff and things of that nature. So you'll still see me here from time to time, but the weekly gig is done and over with. Yeah, just wanted to take the time out to thank everybody and let them know how much I appreciate them for allowing me to be on here and share this space with them as well. And yeah, That's all I got. Dolores, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are here with us on our last episode of Seeing Stars. So I'm sad this is over with. But you will see me tomorrow. Normally, the cookout, I'm filling in for CM. You know, we will be having Name That Superstar, and we will have Name That Superstar at the cookout with the one, the only Professor Chris, defending his championship. Professor Chris, okay? I know I'm supposed to root for the home team, but a good brother got to do good things, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, also on Fridays, you have Friday night fights, but it won't be a regular Friday night fight because, ladies and gentlemen, it is chaos. It is Friday night fight with SmackDown, Rampage, this week TNA Emergence, and Capital Collision, all at one time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a heads up. I think TNA, yes, TNA will be the main banner. The rolling, scrolling banners will be Capital Collision. Okay? Saturday morning at 11 a.m., you have the Winner's Circle right here. The Winner's Circle is with Anika, Sammy, and ALW. They go over Raw, NXT, and AEW Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen. But on this Saturday, you can catch us around, I think it's, let me double check, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to say it wrong. Because last Sunday, they changed the time on AEW and decided to change the time. But you can double check. But right now, it's set for 12:30. After the Winner's Circle, you will get WWE's Bash in Berlin. Watch along, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we will be watching along. And then, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, Sunday morning at 11 a.m., you get into the Square Circle with Sammy and AFW battle it out to see who will be the Into the Square Circle champion. Ladies and gentlemen, not this Sunday, but the next Sunday, we will be doing AEW All Out Watch Along, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that you don't miss out on all the good things happening here at Workhouse Wrestling Network. Because this good horsey right here in this QR code will take you where you need to be, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget J News. And when I say don't forget him at all. I don't know how many times y'all want me to say it. Don't forget him. Don't forget him, okay? Make sure you go and check him out. As far as when it comes to me, hey, don't forget me. I'm just a pink girl living in my pink world, just trying to get through this life. I appreciate all the 176 subscribers I got. I know that's a miracle. Because listen, if you don't know, I still remember when I just barely, don't do it. Just got barely over 106. I printed it out and I was like, I ain't gonna never forget that. Okay? So to see that now Workhouse Wrestling Network is now getting to higher numbers, closer to the 500, putting out more good shows, good content, me putting out good shows, good content. Listen, J News about to put out some good content, good shows. We trying to community here, right? Okay? We getting it in. We got to work together. And so Seeing Stars is this is not the end. This is going to be the beginning. We're just stopping right now. We're going to come on big shows. Capital Collision. Are you able to do a review for that?
Yeah. We can do the Capital Collision review.
Yeah.
You guys will be able to catch me this week doing the Capital Collision preview over on True Hill Heat. Me and SP3 probably just me and SP3. Yeah, me, SP3 and Sonal will probably do the review next Monday, and then me and Dolores will do a breakdown and a review here on.
And then we'll start doing our once a week and our enjoyments of things. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say, why this got to happen to me? Also, Red Yellow Man, why you got to be
you raggedy bitch. You raggedy bitch.
That's how I feel.
I want to say one thing. Because the WWE did not know what to do with Stokely Hathaway.
They did.
AEW is the perfect place for Stoke. Stoke is doing exactly what he needs to do and how he wants to do it, and it is coming off like gangbusters. Yo, his attire yesterday at
Yes.
with the Michael Jackson "Remember the Time"
And when
shit.
he was laying on the ring, like he looked like a damn fish. She was just, I was like, but this is the thing about it. Okay, I remember the Time video.
Yeah.
But as a wrestling fan, that wasn't the first thing that hit my mind. It was, you remember, like, is it WrestleMania 1 or 2 when they came out with the ring and they were like getting,
right. They carried. I think it was 3. I think 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's immediately what hit my thoughts.
Gotcha.
And I was like, because if you remember, like they came out and they looked so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Especially after the Giant, he looked like he was just about to be scared. Yeah. And so it looked like Stoke was making fun of it by just laying on flat on the ring and just like I was like,
that was all the Michael Jackson reference right there. Stoke knows what he's doing, man. At the end of the day, that dude's an evil comedic genius. And
between him and Prince Nana, I don't know what to do with myself.
I can't wait for them to go like one-on-one for some shit. One of these days on WTV. It's tailor made.
Listen, I want to say a hot take. I was a little mad, that Swerve lost, but that's okay. I can get over it.
You know why I wasn't so upset about it? I'm gonna tell you why. I wasn't so upset about it.
I'm just trying to figure out who had a shorter reign than him.
Somebody was transitional in between there. I think Joe had a short reign as well. Samoa Joe. Joe didn't have a long reign.
I know he had like a couple of title matches, even a few with MJF.
Yeah,
and that was back when they were doing the pay-per-views like once a month or once every other month.
I feel like Swerve's run as champ is indelible. It stands out. It's going to stand the test of time. He'll be champion again sometime down the road. But the reason as to why I wasn't so upset with him losing yesterday was because before the event even started, he'd been renegotiating his contract for weeks. He signed on the dotted line. He's $1 million man himself at this point. Swerve did the business that needed to be done. Swerve is now, he's in a position where he could say, or others can say about him, Swerve walked so I can run. Swerve's in that position. And that has to be important for people to understand.
When you think about it, I would like to him to have a longer run, but have him beat with somebody else and kick their butt before he got to Danielson. Because if Danielson wasn't quitting immediately, then it didn't seem that way. Once I saw his kids and stuff, I was like, oh my God, Swerve is losing. And the nigga was like, what? I was like, he's losing. This is the same trope. They're going to come out there. He's going to start talking to the kid. And as it started happening, I was like, oh my God. Oh no. And then when Hangman came out, I was like, oh no.
Hanger, man.
Somebody else is going to get it.
They are.
That should have been the match. That should have been the match. And then as much as Nigel came out there talking cash money stuff, you would have thought he would have got involved somehow.
Love that. There's seeds to be sown there, but I feel like Hanger and Swerve, man, are gonna fight forever at the end of the day. It's Randy Cena at this point for AEW and whatnot. They've got that brewing. They got that going.
It's like I felt bad that one black man lost, but two, as far as what's his name, Ricochet. He came in there. It was over with. I was like, no.
Pretty Ricky got time, man. Ricky, I
need you to get a number one contendership match. I'm also gonna need you to just not choose the top person. I'm gonna need you to choose the fight Ospreay. That would have been an immediate like kick in the door to get them two going, because that's what we really want to see. We don't want to see no other stuff.
He's got time. I think, first of all, people are sleeping, but this match on Wednesday between him and Kyle Fletcher, that's just gonna bang.
I don't know. Kyle sometimes for me is hit or miss. Like sometimes he can have a good match, and I'll be like, "Oh my god, this is good." But I think after his injury, it kind of just he went from like 10 to about 5. And it
This Ricochet versus Kyle Fletcher match is gonna bang.
was I better ever hear nobody talk about Pharaoh in fireworks because homegirl came out shortly after the fireworks for Britt Baker with her and her 3 dogs. Them dogs look like they just scared in general, let alone the fireworks that happened just before. Okay, and then and then you got kids in the crowd. Listen, I said to me, dogs hitting fireworks is not as bad. You can get mad at them if you want to. Having somebody's kid watch them get beat and cry in the front row.
You know, both things are traumatizing at the end of the day. So it is.
Listen, my dog might not like fireworks, and I might have to keep them away. My child, I got to pay for therapy. Okay, when I was 5, my daddy was bleeding all over the place, and he was getting beat up, and I don't know what. Like I don't know, but you know, I did enjoy Prince now not doing the swerve dance on the kids. He did. He tried to help a little bit. He did. He tried to help.
Yeah, but yeah, these are the kinds of conversations you'll be seeing with me and Dolores on the Hit the Ropes podcast, talking about other and all things pro wrestling.
Yes, because I had to watch Saraya and her 99 goon ass family come out. Pale as all I hell.
Shout out to the Queen, Jamie Hayter, for the comeback.
I appreciate that. She saved me. Because if I could, I would have pushed away from the table and got up and just walked away.
The running joke on the internet yesterday, which I hated, a lot of people kept on making this meme of Jamie Hayter, and the caption would read, Becky Lynch is all elite, right? Because she dyed her hair red.
Yeah.
And she looked like
you know what? She had the hairstyle of the Thundercat. You remember them back in the day? What was the cartoon with the girl band?
Josie and the Pussycats?
Yes, with the hair. She had that going on. I was like, listen, if I did that and I stepped out in
she had her Farrah Fawcett flow going, baby. No. Look, I'll say it. She looked beautiful yesterday.
Tony Storm's mother looks like Drew Barrymore.
No. Mariah May. That was Mariah May's mama.
Oh, that's what I thought. And then when I saw her hit her, I was like, wait a minute, is she hitting her mom?
No, that's Mariah May. First of all, can I just say that AEW, I think, for my taste, when they presented Mariah's mom, right, and her brother was next to her, even though they didn't necessarily present her brother.
Yeah.
And Mariah smacked the taste out of her own mother's mouth. I was like, this is a bit too far, guys.
That's what the point where I said that can't be her mama, because I've seen glimpses of her mom, like, on her socials. When I follow her from Stardom, she would go home every once in a while, and like even the last time before she joined AEW, she met her mom and her nieces and stuff, and but you didn't really see them face to face. You just see the side of them, and so I was like, oh, that looks like her mom. But when she slapped her, that's the moment I looked at the nigga. I was like, I don't think that's her mom. Because Tony is reaching out for her like that's her mom.
She consoled her because she was smacked in the face.
No, like even in the match towards the end when like she was about to hit her and she was like reaching down, I was like, oh, like it's got to be her mom at this point. But now it's not her mom. I'm like, listen, the moment I've been so disappointed in that Monet match, because the moment she tried to bounce her off the ropes the first time and she struggled and almost dropped her, I was like, can we just say that this is not working out like it should be?
I said this yesterday when I was watching along with the group. I give the girls credit. When I sat there and what I sat with was, I feel like both women gave good effort. It's not like either of them were
they're just not good dance partners.
Yeah, they didn't have good chemistry. That's all it was. because
Listen, I don't like Britt. I
people
really
went after
don't like
Britt
Britt.
hard online yesterday. They said, "Oh, she can't wrestle." Look, this is my personal opinion. I never thought Britt was that great of an in-ring technician at the end of
No,
the day, or in-ring talent. But she's serviceable at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? She's there. She's more of the person to get that emotion out of people because she's really good on the microphone and whatnot,
no.
which is something a lot of the girls have lack at the end of the day. Not all by majority, not all the girls are good on the mic.
I
And
think
Britt
that's
has
the thing about it. Is like, what was the? It seems like sometimes they do too much with shenanigans. Like we be like, okay, this is good, and then there's a point. Even with WWE, where it's like shenanigans, and I'm like, I was just enjoying this until you started this stuff. It's like, oh, somebody gotta get involved. Somebody else, you gotta knock somebody upside the head. Oh, you just gotta, somebody gotta play like they got hurt. Oh, and it's like, okay, I understand Eddie Guerrero did it. It's very popular. But do I have to see it in every other match, every week, every time?
It's
Gotta be something.
I laughed at it when it happened because Eddie Guerrero is Mercedes idolized him at the end of the day, so I got a good chuckle out of it at the end of the day. But overall, the chemistry just wasn't there, and obviously you could tell who carried who in the match. But I'm not gonna rake Britt Baker over the coals on this. She's coming back from some real, severe shit. She's only had before the Mercedes match. She only had one match.
I just want to say,
pay-per-view. So
I think MJF and Thunder Rosa got together and they said, "You ain't gonna have nothing until you do right by me."
Wow.
You just got back and you talking shit. You were talking shit before, and then you got hurt, and then you came back. You talking shit, and then you had a bad match. I think at that point you need to stop. You need to stop talking shit. You need to stay in the corner. And reportedly, allegedly, you might have lost your man. You might want to stop. You might want to stop.
First of all,
you might want to stop.
The allegations that are out there against Britt Baker right now are ridiculous. A lot of them are baseless. And I'm not gonna say that things are either true or that they're not true.
You know how okay, like I came on here, which I want to say to the cookout part, to WWN Workers Wrestling Network, y'all owe me an apology. Because the moment I stopped seeing Miro and Llama take pictures together, and it became months and months and months, I said they're not together. I'm like, she hanging out, having vacation. What's it? The black girl out of the party girls of WWE, Katana or Kaden or whatever.
Kaden.
Yeah. Girl, I see you hanging out at Damian Priest's house.
Yeah.
I feel you. I feel you. And so Lana was hanging out with Damian a lot. I was like, hey, y'all, it's over. It's over. Just like I said with Mercedes, I came on there one time. I was like, and they're like, no, you know that. I'm like, no, they're not taking pictures together. They're hanging out. And this is the same thing that is happening with Britt. When the last time you seen them with a picture together?
I got nothing. I stay out of their personal business. It's not my place to say. All I'm
my
saying,
good girl. Who is it? When did we? I forgot what. So you make it public, I make it publicer. Okay. You put it online. See, this is the difference between me. I have a personal page. Y'all will never find it. I have a J News knows it. And I have a Dolores page. Okay. On my personal page, even on my personal page, when I have been in relationships, you might see a hand, a foot, but you'll never see a face. Okay. But I'm never gonna put that on my business social media. And listen, just because you think I'm sitting here, I just want to put a public service out. I get what I get, okay? I ain't broken, okay? I'm doing just fine, okay? So I don't put that out on social media because I don't need nobody in my business, because when it don't work out, or if we having a breakup or whatever like that, then everybody, you know what's a good example? I'm going to send you a link to this Caucasian lady.
I think privacy is a thing, right? Privacy is a thing. People should
You listen. You put it out there publicly.
People should invest in their own privacy, and I'm not talking about internet privacy. I'm talking about life privacy.
No, Tony keeps his life private, right?
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
he don't put her out there like that,
Yeah,
right?
right. Correct.
Because he know if it don't work out or something, we all gonna say something.
Sure.
Just like Sammy Guevara ended up saying, okay, I put my business out there. I put my relationship out there. And then when it went south and I moved on, I think I should have not put my business out there.
Yeah,
But he still put his business out there. So that's when
like
you
I said,
open the doors to the church, don't be sad that there's somebody coming in. That's all I'm saying.
at the end of the day, to each his own, right? All I have to say is that Britt Baker's out here and they're alleging things, they're accusing her of things. A lot of, like I said, a lot of this stuff is baseless.
Now, all of that stuff, I don't know. I just know that her man don't seem like they did. You know, they were like, my man, and then we ain't doing that.
So yeah, because for all that, for the message that Chugs put out there to his Twitch followers, he did have to make a move on his own back to Pittsburgh. So I'm not too sure as to what the hell's
AKA,
going on
my
there.
chick doing too much, and I need to go find me a piece of mind.
Maybe. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. So you know, I don't know what's happening. All I'm saying, I do my best to stick with the wrestling. Britt needs more in-ring time. She needs her timing to get down. She needs somebody who is going to be able to.
How many backs have she kicked in before we realize she is the problem? Because she kind of tried to take over the Swole situation. She kicked in Thunder Rosa's back. She didn't like, I forgot who else they said she didn't like having screen time. It's like she seems to be a problem. And it's like, I think Tony made a boss move by suspending her.
Sure.
But then in turn to let her have this type of stage where you could have said she was suspended to All Out. You could have moved it to another date. That wouldn't have hurt nobody. You rushed this, and then now she feels like I've had this stage, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. What does that now do for her? Because I can understand the point of where she's coming from. If you want me to be the villain, I will give it to you. But at a certain point, somebody has to intervene and say, even with me and Jay News, you all, sometimes I go too far and Jay News go, hey. I can look at his head down in the backstage like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Or he'll actually unmute and be like, well, you know, what you're trying to say is, okay? Because that means I have crossed the line that might get me in trouble, okay? For the powers that either Workhouse Wrestling Network or the platform itself.
So,
Jay will be looking out for me, okay?
That's you know, I think that's something that was instilled in me as a youth. I'll say it like that because that's the way I was brought up saying it at the end of the day. So,
again, that's a good man, Savannah. Okay,
so
Savannah, go find that man.
I gotta look out for my folk, you know. But for all intents and purposes, to with the Britt Baker stuff, hopefully she gets whatever time she needs to get reacclimated into the ring. I thought it was too soon for her. When it came to because Mercedes trains on a regular and she was already readily having matches or whatever the case is, and we all know Mercedes.
Well, I'm trying to think of, and I'm a big Mercedes fan. Mm-hmm. When has she had a match where I'm like, oh my god, like since can't tell you when.
What like, you talking about, Britt?
No, I'm talking about Mercedes. I haven't had a match where I'm like, oh my god, she blew me away. It's like
I think the last time I was in that mindset with her was her match on a New Japan Strong show with Stephanie Vaquer. I think they tore the house down there, and she's had good matches with some of the Japanese talent. She'll have another match coming up this weekend.
But you have to remember, Japanese talent are this whole entertainment.
Yes, right.
They're not in for that.
No,
We're gonna fight like we really fighting in the street,
right,
and you're gonna take this. I'm gonna slap you into nowhere. And then she even admitted that match she had in New Japan where her wig almost came off. Uh, I'm gonna try to rip your head apart, and you're gonna have to take this. And if you don't like it, so what? Too bad.
right.
And so
It's a
you ain't
different.
got no choice but to give it your all at that point.
Yeah,
Whereas in AEW, you just can be like, well, I don't really want to do that move. Let's try something else. Or how about I pick you up? Looking at the height and weight difference, that shouldn't have been an option.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day,
She
um,
picked her up, and immediately I was like, this ain't gonna work out. And then she just was the turnbuckle spot is the point where I'm like, I think Mercedes is cashing a check for something personal. Because like
no,
normal times they kind of just
because they did I made the comment to everybody in the room yesterday when they did the turnbuckle backbreaker spot, and I was like, man, she's really been studying her Roderick Strong matches.
it's like the thing about it is normal time they will if you watch them, they'll hold them, even Roderick sometimes hold them
Yes.
even though it's falling hard. She just let her go and was just like, let God and let you figure this out. And she just like Britt just hit and it bounced and rolled over, and I was just like, and she just kept dropping her like that. It was like she would just throw up in there and just be like, it's over with, figure it out. And I was like, this girl is really like, I know this little backstage. I know that Mercedes and MJF are very cool. I know she's very cool with the EVPs and all of that stuff like that. But
I don't think it was that deep.
she was cashing checks on that girl behind. Like, I've watched all of these Mercedes matches. For those who don't know, I was the original boss, okay? Back in the day. Back in the day, the chick had a little bit too much to do with her life. And so I was the original boss, okay? The original boss, okay? But, so that would make me like her character, like, oh, cocky. She thinks shit about, like, I was killing it. So I watched her do this move and these moves same way 9,000 times. But this one girl, she like, hey, it is what it is. Take it. I'm gonna kick you. I'm not even gonna like let you hit the pad. You gonna catch this knee upside your head.
Like I said,
she just was really. I know Britt complained back there, but a part of everybody would have been like, "This is what you get."
like I said, and like you said before, I just think it was a lack of chemistry thing. And if they got to run it back, they can run it back at a later time. But
I don't want them to ever run that back.
But for right now, I don't want to see that again. I wouldn't know as to where they're going to take.
Where are we going with Camille though? That's the point. It's like
you know what? They've got to be quite honest, they've got time to figure that out. They've got time to figure the Camille
it's
part
like with this women division, who do you see right now that could probably beat her?
Beat who? Mercedes?
Yeah.
I think first off, I feel like they're going to do, or at least invest some time into this Hikaru Shida heel turn thing. So that might be an angle that they play there. After figuring out whatever is going to happen between Willow and Chris Statlander, that can be something that happens there. Maybe Saraya takes her talents to get back, quote unquote, at Mercedes for, retiring her the first time, if they want to play that back or whatever the case
I'm
is.
not a mean person, but I agree with what happened to her. She needs to stop. She needs to stop. Listen, the one thing I would say for the week that is not clownish to start at the end of the week is, even though the red and yellow man pissed me off, I did not see on my 2024 bingo card Ric Flair, who seemed to not be counseled anymore, and Mike Tyson, who seemed not to be counseled no more, get together and smoke a fatty with each other. Okay. Once I saw that, I said, oh, Rick, you out here with an energy drink and you out here puff passing? What's happening, okay? What's happening? What's happening? Rick gonna feel the spirit to come back just like JBL. Okay? Everybody. Rick gonna be like, I got one more match of me. Listen, I told somebody I'd rather watch another Ric Flair match than a Saraya match. And they said, why? And I said, because at least I know I might have a chance of seeing somebody go to glory. Okay? So, Saraya, I'm just going to say a horrible match with a horrible person who, and if you go back in the chats, somebody asked an inappropriate question that I giggled and could not get into detail. Why? But I'll tell you afterward. It's about, because they said, well, who's going to, when is Saraya going to have a three-way? With the two people.
Oh no. See, we can't go there. We can't go there. That's not what this is.
I get you.
That's not what this is.
I'm so live. I said I was live. I said, okay. Well, you know what? We can't go into details. So you ought to be proud of me, Jenny. I said we can't go into details. But I wish I could see that fight. Because it was lame. It was lame. All these takes be lame. They be lame.
So I would want to say from a Mercedes standpoint, maybe they'll run her into Thunder Rosa. Maybe they'll run Mercedes into Deonna Purrazzo because they've been Deonna and Thunder have been having their feud. So maybe they'll one of them will latch on to Mercedes after the fact. They have plenty of women on the roster that she can definitely have a feud with. We don't necessarily know what they're gonna do with Toni Storm.
And then we don't know where Becky is going. They might have a chance at Megan Bain.
Who knows?
I think the new crop of indie people that are coming up, they have so much chances. I want to see Masha in a big promotion. TNA is good, but I know she got it better than that. Also,
but I think Masha's thing is gonna have to be where does her character lie, right? How that's gonna be important if she's gonna go to like an AEW or a WWE, like so.
And then I'm so mad. I don't know where Nyla is. I need to somebody find Nyla for me because at least that was some kind of comic relief.
Sure.
And strong, but we don't have none of that.
Maybe we get Athena versus Mercedes. Maybe we get that. So there's take
her out of ROH. They still playing with her and her mentee together.
Yeah, they got
Billy Starks, bring her up because she's doing great on the indies.
They got to move her up. They got to move them up as a team. They got to move the unit up. They got to move the MIT on.
Almanada.
The Queen's got some work to do.
She got work, but she okay. Would you take her as Saraya?
I take the Queen right now. But at the end of the day, the women's roster isn't devoid of the talent to have Mercedes do matches with. Now Mariah May.
Let me tell you who she's gonna probably face. Riho.
I don't see that happening because she got hurt. So I don't see that.
She's gonna face her soon, and I'm like, because it's always like it used to be like Riho, Nala, Sheeta. All of them were always the rotation of people. I want the AEW I originally had, where it was like great wrestling. Yeah, the characters were sometimes crappy, but at least we had great wrestling. Now I'm like, some of these matches, I'm like, we didn't have to do this. We didn't have to do this. This also, you have to admit that Mariah and Tony match should not have been that higher on the card. It should have been a little lower.
It should have been one of the last three matches. I agree with that. Yeah, I think the match. That's one of the things that I took away from the show. The match order should have been changed.
Yeah,
legitimately.
Also, we could have did without the patriarchy. We could have really.
Because there's such a part. There's such a linchpin part of the show.
You telling me, Taz, after watching his son get fire thrown in his face, beat up, stomped out week after week, all of a sudden, now help him out.
Well, remember, Taz has a lot of physical limitations.
He could have choked somebody out weeks ago.
Sure, but at the end of the day, he finally did it at a big event. Had a hug with his son, we hadn't had that particular moment ever happen between the two of them, so that was a cool moment to have. So that was cool to see. The patriarchy, the patriarchy thing with Christian Cage and the boys and the team. And
but not the patriarchy.
Right, the learning tree.
The learning
but,
tree.
you know,
That's what I can't stand. I can deal with the patriarchy because
shout out to
you
Christian
can be
Cage.
my dad. I can be your daughter.
But shout out to the only member of, not the only member, because I fucks with Brian Keith too. But shout outs to Big Bill, man. There's the reason, and they didn't state this yesterday, which I thought was stupid not to during the pay-per-view. And people, why is the UK crowd loving Big Bill so much? The UK crowd is a smart crowd. They know what Big Bill's been through. And for him to be on the other side and be doing what he's doing right now, they appreciate him just being able to do what he's doing. So
I like the pay-per-view as far as matches go. Mercedes, I could have did without. Also, take Jeff Jarrett and Christian out of the damn gauntlet. I would have been happy.
I don't agree with that. As a matter of fact, I think that Jeff Jarrett
is a one-trick pony. Him and that
he is
guitar.
But that's what he's getting used
to. Him and that guitar gets. You know why they let him in there?
Huh?
Taylor Swift was supposed to be in there, and he asked Taylor to move her spot because you remember Taylor used to be his kid's babysitter, and she moved her date and allowed AEW to take that position. So in order, they gave him this wonderful gift of being part of the guy. He wasn't supposed to be in there initially.
I don't know if that's true or not, but
you remember because at first Taylor date was supposed to be, that was the concern that they were like, how is this gonna work out? Taylor's supposed to be doing dates in London at the same time All In is supposed to happen. Mm-hmm. And then Jeff kept reminding us that she used to be the babysitter and that he's still close with their family because they live next to each other. And then mysteriously, she took her dates back.
I don't necessarily.
And she moved her dates, and then because Taylor normally doesn't move her dates. Her dates are set. And so, and let alone normally, if you had been like, "Hey, Taylor Swift, AEW," she'd be like, if she didn't know Jeff Jarrett, she probably would have been like, "I'm still gonna do my dates. They're gonna have to wait." And so,
I don't know any of this to be of any certainty or true.
And Jared got into it, and it's like, Jared, what are you like? I know you out here pulling strings and making things happen, and you helping book stuff, but God, dog, stay out of it. This is how we messed up the last time.
I think that for what it was worth, yesterday's All In show was a grand show. Lots of cool stuff, lots of debuts, lots of comebacks and stuff.
The show was. I would give it around B. I wasn't excited about it. I'm not excited about All Out at all.
No, I think they need to. They need to realize that the WWE tried doing this years ago, and they found out that it failed with the whole WrestleMania Backlash shit being like 2 weeks after WrestleMania. You can't do a pay-per-view 2 weeks after the fact. Like, just let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Like, isn't SummerSlam 2 days next year?
So yeah. SummerSlam is 2 days next year. But
listen, I can barely get through 1 day, let alone 2. Okay,
yeah.
And WrestleMania, I'll be about to die on the second day. No, I mean, y'all have seen me. I'll be out there like, because first of all, I always do the indies shows live. This time it was on my channel, and I was sitting there during WrestleMania like. At first, I wasn't even supposed to be on screen because I was so miserable and tired. I'm like, I understand everybody taking advantage of the time and what WrestleMania brings to a city and to other companies, but you all running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 3-4 days in a row. For those who have to report on you, that doesn't make it comfortable. I would have to have a team of us to watch what I watched in 3 days. If you look at my channel, from 12 to 12 to 12 to 12.
It's like I always tell you, Dolores, you got a choice. You don't have to do anything. You always got a choice.
I love these people, and I want to make sure they have the best in the world.
No. See, people are more understanding than you think. At the end of the day, we can't cover every single thing. One person can't cover every single thing. You must take time to take care of yourself
I know.
and do
This week, y'all
things
gonna catch
on
me a
your
lot.
own time.
Y'all gonna catch me here today. Catch me tomorrow. But today it was not after 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. 10:30 tomorrow. I gotta set up Friday because I do polls and stuff. Saturday, I will be running the polls and stuff for the pay-per-view. Sunday, I think we might go live. I'm not for sure. So it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm gonna be willing and dealing through these streets, and I still manage. If you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, like Jason News said, I manage people's channels.
Yeah, we got to find a better balance
Schedule
to this stuff. So
and plus I do my tutorials. I haven't did a tutorial this week, but I might just do the art.
You
I love doing my art.
You need time to do all that, Dolores. And if you take up every single minute of your day, you're not going to be able to find the time and be efficient and good at everything. So people are going to be more than understanding of you dialing it back a bit, giving them more quality, and doing that going forward. So yeah.
And that's what we're gonna do on Hit the Ropes podcast. We're gonna get them the good sauce, okay? The sauce. Ladies and gentlemen, we're almost 5 hours. 5 minutes into. I was gonna say 5 hours. I was like, we have been here 5 hours. I'll be asleep right about now. I'll be knocked out. Go. Well, we're like 4 or 5 minutes away from 2 hours. But ladies and gentlemen, J News, again, talk to the people for the one last time.
No, we already did the wrap about half an hour ago. So for all intents and purposes, folks, make sure you check us out on the new Hit the Ropes podcast. Check me and Dolores out doing our individual stuff. Dolores, a pink girl in her pink world. You can check me out over on my stuff, John LYFNMG, your friendly neighborhood moviegoer, talking all things movies, trailers, physical media, and things of that nature. So check us out there. And for the life of me, I don't know why I forgot to do this earlier today, but I'm going to do it now because it's also an intro and a send-off. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's been your good brother J News, signing off for the last time here on Workhorse Wrestling Network. Dolores, it's about that time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting hyped with you. Trying to get my voice back. Ladies and gentlemen, it's getting hot in here. I'm tired of fighting this mute button. And you know what I'm about to do? I'm about to cut this. It's time to cut that bitch off. Oh, cut the lights off, ladies and gentlemen. Because we got to go. We'll be back. You're still our friends. We still love you. Make sure you go check out me. Make sure you check out J News. Make sure you check out Hit the Ropes podcast. Will be on my channel. And make sure you check out the Cookout tomorrow because I'm going to give them some questions, boy. I got them shook and nervous, okay? 7 p.m. on Friday. It's 95 degrees. I ain't got ain't got me. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Oh, man.
I'm free. I'm free on Monday mornings. Listen, man. I love y'all, but 10 a.m. was knocking me out right then. Because I got to be in the chat. Even though we were pre-recording, I still got to be on time.
Yeah.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. But we got to go. We'll be back. Me and you will never part. Until then.
Oh man.
It's ironic. I love the color purple. I like the movie. I don't like the color.
Okay. All All right. I mean, you know, the color purple is the actual color of purple is the color of royalty. So,
I like
um,
how you say that. I really do like how you say that. But the actual color makes me nauseated.
all right, that's fine. That's fine. That's okay.
So maybe that's why I'm hood. I don't like royalty. Okay, just that don't work with me. Okay, but again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to say peace.